Well, good evening, everyone. How are you this evening? I'm going to try that again. Good evening, everyone. How are you this evening? There we go. There we go. Welcome to the Freeman Arts Pavilion. My name is Patty Grimes. I'm the executive director. And it really is a pleasure and a delight to have you here this evening. This is a very special evening as we celebrate Delaware and the arts for DE250, right? And yes, yes. I want to say, is anyone joining us for the first time ever at the Freeman Arts Pavilion? Yes, let's give them a round of applause. This is a beautiful new venue. What do you think of it? Yes, yes. Thank you. This is year 19 for us, and this would not be possible without you committing to the impact that the arts have to create a vibrant arts community. And we start every performance with gratitude. So we're really grateful that people came out tonight like you, and artists came out tonight so that we can celebrate Delaware and its 250th anniversary of this great nation. And so tonight we're going to invite you to sit back, relax, and just let us take you through this cultural, historical perspective of Delaware through the arts. And a couple of people that I want to say thank you to is our program and events director. If you could help me in thanking Molly Williams. She's actually creating and producing the show. And we came with this idea early on. Also with Delaware Humanities, and there was just a thought, and I said, like, what do you think? Let's go for it. And from that, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, over 80 artists that are going to tell this story are going to grace our stage. We have support for this from the Delaware Division of the Arts. And without their grants, we wouldn't be able to have 80 artists here. So please help me in thanking not only our donors, but the Delaware Division of the Arts. Thank you, yes. They are great advocates for all the arts to be alive and well in Delaware. I also want to thank our volunteers and our donors and our first responders, all who make sure that you have a safe and enjoyable experience. So thank you to them. And in the vein of celebration, we have someone celebrating their 40th anniversary tonight, and their name is Susan and Jim. I think Susan is in SODELO somewhere, a violinist, or somewhere else. One of the artists and her spouse is in the audience. And then Steve, the SODELO president, it's his birthday this evening, so happy birthday to him. And G-Dash, our MC, it's his birthday. So we want to celebrate birthdays. We want to celebrate history. We want to celebrate 40 years of a great wedding anniversary as well. And we're celebrating the arts. So with that, we're going to get right to it. We invite you to come back. We're going to be here tomorrow night with Yachtly Crew. We have a free show next week with a little bit of magic and mystery with Eric Diddleman. I know my friend Nate Williams is going to come back for that. And we're here all summer. So freemanarts.org, or go to the box office. We want to see more of you. Please tell your friends and families to come and visit us. But tonight is this beautiful celebration of the arts. We are going to go straight through this evening. If you need to take a comfort break, you need to go get a drink or something to eat, please do that. I'm going to ask you to put your phones on silent or vibrate so that we don't interrupt our neighbors during this beautiful performance this evening. And I'm going to ask that we keep talking to a minimum. And no more rules from me, so don't worry. But with that, please help me welcome our MC for this evening and his birthday, G-Dash, and have a wonderful, wonderful show.
Once again, please make some noise for Miss Patty Grimes, ladies and gentlemen.
my plane as I fly to my games. I'm gonna do it, I know I can do it.
Don't you know that dreams are illegal?
I heard that dreams are illegal. I heard that dreams are illegal, but I am dreaming. But I am dreaming. I had a dream. I was in America. When I was actually in the land of the free and the home of the brave. My boss came into my office and said, "Hi, Bob, how's it going? Why don't you take off early?" And here's that raise. And as I pulled my Suburban up to my suburban home, I got the mail at the box. I was approved for another home equity loan. The Girl Scouts there ringing the bell with cookies to sell. Of course, I brought a box of Hillary Carter down Marmaduke, began to bark. And then later on, me, the wife and the kids took a bike ride to the park. When we got back, we had apple pie with ice cream on top. Then we headed on down to the Red Box to get some DVDs to watch. We returned, the kids were in their PJs and relaxing in the den for some family time watching videos. The only strangers turned and said to me, "What are you doing here? Don't you know that dreams are illegal? What are you doing here? Don't you know that dreams are illegal?"
Those gunshots ring in the heat of the night, followed by screams, violently disrupted my dreams. You see, in my neighborhood, I don't need to read the paper or watch the news to notice something bad happened around here tonight. But once the ambulance leave and the police sirens stop and the crowd disperses, that silence soaks into my soul, sobering my senses in this often over-intoxicating society. And I try to relax. But the devil just won't let go. He keeps pointing to the signs that are posted all around me to read dreams are illegal. You see, my neighborhood is the bottom of the borough where drugs get mixed. Here there are no brothers and sisters, just confused brothers and sisters. Here people drown in the backwash of the latest political scandal. Here the devil is in sweet control as dreams are stolen. And you know there is no honor amongst thieves, so dreams are stolen with ease. A high school graduate, barely 17, gives up her college dreams for her parent-type genes and a chance to be the next inner city queen. Inner city checks and basketballs bounce with regularity. Life and death in a mix with no disparity. Some children live for nothing and some children die for nothing. Every day, blue skies are gray. All they know is they want to make dough. The devil has them chasing a colorless rainbow. And at the end, there is no pot of gold, just a pot of steam, which he exchanges for their dreams. You see, bona fide slaves are made in the devil's dream trade. Without dreams, you are equivalent to being non-existent. See, our children need to be told they can achieve it, that God bless those who hold on to their dreams. We got to take down the signs so the kids won't know that the devil is trying to make dreams, not drugs, but he's trying to make dreams illegal, but dreams are not illegal. And prior to the pandemic, my brother and I had the most amazing opportunity to volunteer at this group home shelter for young ladies. And some of the young ladies were sentenced there by the court, and some were there because of abuse and neglect. And the last population, they were aging out of foster care and had nowhere to go. And self-esteem was always such a big issue with the young ladies. They could always look outside themselves and see beauty and other things. Ooh, she's so pretty. Ooh, I like her hair. But hardly ever do they do the same things to themselves. So for one challenge, for 1 week, we gave them a challenge that no matter how many times you look in the mirror, we want you to say hello beautiful to yourself. And the next week when we return back into the young ladies, this is the Hello Beautiful poem that we wrote for the young ladies. And it's a young lady looking in the mirror. Hello beautiful. Hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful. I don't know why you keep looking at me like that. Girl, I don't know why. Don't let the corners of your mouth curl and just point to the sky. And who are you looking at with those old ugly eyes, trying to tell me those old ugly little lies about how we're not pretty enough, how our features are too strong and rough? I swear you need to get your eyes checked, because every day here you come again with the same old mess about how you like her hair, but don't you think she's thinking the same thing when she looks in the mirror? Yeah, I know, blah, 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 I heard it all before. You don't like her nose, her eyes, her cheekbones, her lips for sure. And don't even get me started on the pimples and blackheads and how you wish mine would get some proactive like the other kids, and then my skin would look better and everybody would say how cute I am. But snap out of it, snap out of it. When did hating our gifts become a part of the plan? And you think you want to be like her, but she's just doing what she saw someone else do. The flyest thing of all is just you being you. So let's make a pact and agree. Then we look in the mirror from now on, you'll be amazed at all the beauty you see.
When you look at me, I want you to see your face as the priceless jewel, a full sunflower, peach blossom and bloom. I want you to see marks of beauty that make us unique. Gaze at our features, throw your fingers down a tree. See the rainbows that are my eyebrows, right above the roses of my eyes. In the middle of my carnation lily cheeks is my lotus flower nose. And when I smile, you notice I no longer have two lips, but rather tulips, orchids, and daisies. I know to see me the way the first time is amazing, but we in this together, girl, forever me and you. And if you forever see the beauty in me, I'll forever show the beauty in you. So when you greet me tomorrow morning and say, hello, beautiful, I won't be surprised. I just now she knows the beautiful flower she is on the inside. Hello, beautiful.
Mr. Al, why do you write poems?
Write to the happiness in words and explain all the great things.
I mean, but why do you write? I mean, what makes you write?
Remember how happy your mom was when you wrote her that poem? That's why I write.
I get it, Mr. Al, but why do you write?
This is why I write. I write for those kids, for the ones who never had a chance to just lie in the grass and look up at the clouds, for the ones that hide on the inside when teachers ask for volunteers to read out loud. I write for ones that never even looked up at the clouds without expecting to feel rain. I write for little girls that must double dutch in their bloodstains and don't know their father's names. I write to show the youth that there's far more important things for them to think and talk about besides the faith beat between Drake and Meek and when the new Jordans coming out. I write to give a voice to the everyday beautiful things like birds flying south and leaves turning colors to get overlooked. I write for all the fiends out there that swore out they never get hooked. I write for all the nephews out there that know the pain. I've seen their favorite uncle go from being one of the coolest people on earth to just a junkie always begging for change. I write for relatives that can't relate to one another, for little girls who are looking for love and found themselves teen mothers. I write for the circle of poverty never ended in PJs, for grown men that prey on young girls these days. I write for the beautiful arts and talented poets, singers, and scholars whose talent wants enough athletes' dollars. I write because a man with a ball in his hand has never been a threat. That's why LeBron and Steph can cash million-dollar checks. I write for jail cells to get filled before the prisons are even built. I write for those who see prisons as businesses and war and CEOs. Those who think let's build these prisons and build these prisons, how many people they can hold. I write for parents that don't have good parenting skills, like the ones that buy outfits rather than paying bills. I write because God talked into my mind in the form of rhyme, and my mind's rhyme take to the confines of some grimy urban places. Some have never been seen by their faces, and when I address the fact that so many black teens never seen their father's faces, they label me racist. So I write to share my love fair words with the children because God is on my tongue and the world is in need of healing. I write because the children didn't understand the death behind the death of Big and Pac. I write because there's no more room at all for rest in peace mans and Mookies on my block. I write for all the mothers that had their children killed by guns. I write for all the I love yous the fathers never said to their sons. So I write.
There's a girl in my science class. She makes my heart stop whenever she walks past. Believe me, she's the reason that lip gloss was made. Together we can be the Beyonce and Jay-Z of 5th grade. But it's just one small problem. And time after time, my mind keeps reminding me of this.
She doesn't even know you exist.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to take it slow. Now, my mind is always giving me hints and suggestions of things that I should do in order to make her mine.
You can buy her flowers and candy. Your girls love candy.
Okay, I say. Then one day I'm in science class and I'm daydreaming about you know who. When out of the blue, she steps up and asks if she can borrow a pen. You would have thought she asked me out for a date because I couldn't move. I was frozen in place. My mind said,
sure.
Then nervously, I knocked my pencil box to the floor and I picked it up and I gave her my favorite pen, my SpongeBob pen. She said, ooh, I love SpongeBob. My mind said,
say me too.
But I didn't. I just let her walk away. And at the end of the day, my mind said,
go talk to her, or at least go get your pen back, silly.
I said, see, that's my new strategy. As long as she has that pen, she'll always have a part of me. My mind says,
You're an idiot. You gotta change your method. At this rate, she'll never get the message.
and from that point on, besides eating and sleeping, me and my mind spent most of our time trying to figure out ways to make her mine. My mind said, look,
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
you know what, you're right. I'll just step up and ask her to go out with me. Now every day my mind says,
Today's the day.
but day after day I keep putting it off. And I have to keep reminding my mind, look here buddy, I am the boss. My mind sets a week called the perfect moment, the golden opportunity. And everything went smooth until the moment execution. I panicked and my mind started screaming,
Just do it. Just do
I'm
it.
like, will you please just be quiet? She turns around and says, I hope you're not talking to me. Oh no, I was talking to myself, I said. Oh great, now she thinks I'm a cuckoo. Talks to the voices in his head. Thanks a lot, thanks for nothing, I said. My mind said,
Get ready, champions. Here comes again.
I open my mouth, but no words come out. My mind
Come
says,
on, you can do it. You can do it.
but I have butterflies inside and my legs have turned to fluid. My mind says,
You blew it.
you know what, I'm tired of fighting this war, so now I'm in love with someone else because I realized that my mind didn't want the girl for me. He wanted her for
Himself.
himself. Thank you.
Only the morning sunshine can capture the beauty in your eyes. That's why I say good morning to you when I see the sun rise. This loss we carry like wings of a dove. We will heal in love. Knowing you've gone up yonder to be with the Lord gives me grace, and knowing one day I will again see your face. You are Proverbs 10, verse 7. Good people will be remembered as a blessing. Grandmom, you ain't never left. You help bring out my best. You're on my mind always and always on all days. Truly knew my words held powers for years, since reading scriptures into your dying ears. Holy art thou amongst the stars, only your peace can seize this grief. I'm never lost because of you, and the love you've shown still gives me guidance and balance to find my way back home. Grandmom, you're in all the good that your daughter and her children and their children and even their children's children do. All the goodness in this family's heart I can trace back to you. And sometimes I'm torn about what happens first when I enter heaven's doors. Do I go greet the Lord? Or do I run to that embrace that I've been missing and yearning for of yours? You were our garden, and it was writing this, I feel touched by your spirit, and I pray to God that you can hear it. What's more important, the words or the flowers, the gifts of the poet, or the soil that helped grow it? There will never be another light that shines as bright as yours in my life. Grandmas, I miss you. I miss your hugs. I miss your meals. I miss your songs. I miss your smell. I miss your laugh. I've had visions of you many times since you've passed. I see you Sunday of communion dressed in white, surrounded by children. I pray for the day we have a reunion and our souls can unite. My heavy heart is baptized with your hallelujahs when I hear you singing. I'm going home yonder to be with our Lord. I pray that with this love card that you left me, I can swipe my way into heaven's doors and see you once
You better be studying up there.
I have a big test to study for, but I can hear my friends playing right outside my door. Ha ha ha, laugh, kick, score. I go to the window and sneak and peek. All my buddies are playing without me, soccer in the street. I have a big test I must study for, but I put down my book and I rush out the door. Ha ha ha, laugh, kick, score. So much fun playing soccer in the street. I laughed and played until it was time to eat. After dinner to myself I said, I'll study until it's time for bed. I read a couple pages, maybe 3 or 4. Then my dad yelled, the game is on and Saquon Barkley just scored. No time to study for tomorrow's big test, just E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! The Eagles lose the game, now I'm feeling depressed. Upstairs I head to study for my test. I read a page or 2 as I sat on my bed, but then my eyes get heavy and I lay down my head. I tell myself I'll nap, just get a little rest. Next thing I know, Mom is saying, hurry up, get dressed. I get to school, break out my book and try to cram for my test. Minutes later, my teacher says, clear your desk. I hardly knew any of the answers on the test. How did I get in such a mess? Maybe next time I won't play soccer, I'll just study for my test. Maybe next time I'll study hard and get some rest so I can be prepared for my big test. How did I get in such a mess? E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
The sea and sailors are eternal foes. In Lewis, they came to mighty blows. A beacon, a foghorn, many ships' salvation, sparing lives from certain devastation. In calmer times under skies of blue, Cape Henlopen offers an unmatched view. Despite that warm and sun-drenched bay, the horn yet blows across Delaware Bay. Sisters and brothers, come pray by the sea. There's plenty of room for you and for me. The congregation intones a hymn of welcome, while investors whisper, build it, they will come. So they came and they built on this sanctified ground, ballrooms, hotels, and a merry-go-round. The town of Rehoboth is forever progressed, but the bells still chime on that day of rest. town 1 mile long and 2 blocks wide. No churches, but come, pilgrims, dewy-eyed. Singing hosannas, dancing, quaking, water turns to wine. All are partaking. Past midnight, the words no one wants to hear. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. A way of life is this town's motto. Musicians have a word for it, agitado. Undisturbed, inaccessible, considered remote, Bethany could only be reached by boat. Between world wars, a bridge erected, but until recent times, unaffected. Yet the quietest resort loves a parade with trumpets and drums on the promenade. A Labor Day funeral is cause for elation. It means the locals are on vacation.
She